A massive two-alarm fire on the city's west side was arson, and tonight the man suspected of setting that fire is in custody. Good evening, I'm Dwayne Pullman. The SJT Depot warehouse went up in flames around 3:30 this morning. NBC4 was the first TV station with live coverage at the scene. Tonight, our Candace Lee is live outside of what remains of that warehouse with new details, including that arrest. Candace.
Dwayne, I can tell you at this hour that Columbus firefighters remain on the scene here. As you can see, they continue to spray water onto the SJT Depot. I can tell you that when we pulled up, you could still see flames coming from inside of that warehouse. Earlier this afternoon, around 5 o'clock, the Columbus Division of Fire Arson Investigation Team informing us that tips by the community led them to the arrest of the suspect in this arson, Robin Toms. The question tonight and the question before investigators is why he did it. The massive two-alarm blaze that ripped through the SJT Depot took more than 100 firefighters from 42 different companies to bring under control.
I look out my window and it's just the whole sky is lit up orange.
But it was tips from a community that put the suspect, 30-year-old Robin Toms, behind bars by late afternoon on an aggravated arson charge, a first-degree felony. Arson investigator Mike DeFrancisco says Toms was picked up by Columbus SWAT team officers on a traffic violation warrant.
He was brought to the Fire Department Fire Investigation Unit here and was interviewed at length about the circumstances of the fire. After a short interview, he confessed to setting the fire.
Fire alarms at the warehouse went off around 3:30 this morning. By the time firefighters arrived, flames engulfed the building, putting crews on the defensive. Nicole Jones, who lives in the apartment complex next door, is shocked to hear the fire was intentionally set.
Kind of scares me, not knowing what he's actually capable of doing. To set something this large on fire and them take over 12 hours to put it out. What else can he do?
DeFrancisco says they could find no connection between Robin Toms and the three businesses inside the warehouse and currently have no motive to explain why the fire was set. Tonight, Fire Chief O'Connor is thanking the community for helping them crack the case.
But we couldn't have done this without the support of the community. We need the community to understand that fire is everyone's fight.
And again, at this hour, as you can see, Columbus Division of Fire still continue to put water on this massive two-alarm blaze. They have it pretty much under control, but there is a considerable amount of hot spots that remain, considering that there were wooden pallets and other materials inside of this massive warehouse. Now, firefighters, investigators say they estimate the total loss between the three of the businesses that could top $5 million. Live on the west side of Columbus, Candace Lee, NBC4.
A lot of damage, Candace. Thank you. When the fire was at its peak, it was a very scary sight for neighbors. Many feared what would happen to their homes. They talked to NBC4 about what they saw and what they heard.
It's a loud boom, like an explosion going off, kind of like a bomb, really, like a small grenade. And then we walked outside to see what was going on, and you could see the sky was lit up orange, like the sky was on fire. And
people knocking on our door saying fire, fire, so jumped up immediately trying to get the kids.
It's really frightening, because my kids, they sleep in the back room. So if it would have came over, that would have been the first area I got to.
As we told you, NBC4's cameras were the first on the scene this morning, capturing the dramatic images. You can watch raw video from Chopper 4, as well as some of those incredible pictures. It's all on NBC4i.com.